Good morning, it's VJ from Canada. I'd just like to talk a little bit about Mickey Scott. Mickey Scott was born approximately 2004, and we had got her when she was about 9 months old, and her previous owners had given her up. And we saw I believe it was a CTV newscast, and it was about the Toronto Humane Society doing an adoption drive. And our little girl was on the tube. And we were so smitten with the dog that we thought, well, we'll go check out and possibly look at adopting a dog. We didn't think we'd get this particular dog, but so we go down to the Toronto Humane Society, and she was still there. And she took to us right away, so we brought her home, and had her until about 2 days ago, and we had to make the choice of putting her down. She had been in pretty rough shape, and I guess I want to talk a little bit about the whole process of euthanasia. I am not wise enough to know if it is the right thing or the wrong thing to do. I just, for myself personally, I felt a lot of guilt after it was done, and I'm struggling to understand why I had to do this, and was it really fair to somebody I love to death. Me and my wife loved Mickey. Her original name was Delilah. And I don't know why we changed the name, because Delilah is a great name, but I guess it was because she'd found a new home. But a lot of people have said, well, she's not in pain anymore, and it was pretty obviously to us that she was in pain. She'd reached a point where she couldn't even walk, and had been crying at night, and we had to give her medication to quiet that down. And I don't know if she would have just died on her own, and perhaps she would have, but we decided to pull the trigger, and she's gone. So all I can say is, again, I'm not making any judgment to anybody who's making the decision to do this. All I want you to know that you're going to feel guilty about what you've done, and that's okay. It'll hit you hard. But anyways, we all love our fur babies, and we try to do the best for them. But give it real considerable consideration before you make that decision, because it's you can't go back on it. Anyways, this is the newest angel puppy, Mickey Scott, and